Happy day students, welcome to Stan Academy Palikarnai. Today we are going to discuss about chapter 12 electricity part 3. Topics to be covered in this session are types of resistance, resistance in series, resistance in parallel. Now we have resistivity table. So resistivity we know very well. So what is resistivity? In previous slide we have discussed rho. Rho is what? That a particular resistivity of a material. So here given silver having a less resistivity because it has a more conductivity characteristic, and copper also it has less resistivity because of copper. It's a more conductivity. It allows the current to flow inside the material. If you are comparing this quartz and silver, which is having a more resistance, that is quartz having more resistance when compared to silver, because silver have less resistivity because silver which carrying a more conductivity of the electrons. Now we have type of resistance. We have two type of resistance. One is fixed resistance. Second type, variable resistance. So fixed resistance, we have devices like this. You can see the images like here. So this is what we call it as resistors. These resistors having a particular value. So individual resistors we having a particular value. So if you are seeing this carbon, this is we also called it as carbon resistors. This carbon resistors we having a color code. So it dependent on the color bands, it carrying some value. So this what we called it as fixed resistance. The value does not change under constant physical conditions. They are set at particular value. So we can set the particular value for particular resistance. And we have a variable resistance. Variable resistance, obviously, you know, because part 1 itself we have discussed about variable resistance. That is what rheostat. It can increase or decrease the current when you are sliding it over here and this side. So it is what the variable resistance. So the resistance can be easily changed by changing area of cross section and length. Okay, so these are the two type of resistance. Now so far we have discussed about a normal resistor, that means only single resistor which is connected to the ammeter voltmeter, and we have observed some reading. But here when we are talking about a combination of resistors, like if I'm taking an n number of resistor which is connected in series, and what will be the observation for this condition? And if I'm connecting the resistor parallel combination, what will be the observation? Let's see. First series combination of resistors. Resistance in series. When two or more resistors are connected into n, consequently, they are said to be connected in series. Okay, so if I'm taking n number of resistors, I shown previous slide. So that is what the resistor, the fixed resistor I'm talking about. So if I'm taking that, if I'm taking an n number like 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, if I'm taking means if I'm continuously connecting with the series connection. So what happened when n number of resistors connected in series and joined to the terminal of the battery. So I'm going to connect terminal of the battery. Then each resistance has a different potential difference. Okay, so if you're connecting it in a series manner, what we'll observe, we will observe the individual resistors having an individual potential difference across its ends, which depends on the value of its resistance. But the total potential difference across all the ends of the all resistors in series is equal. That means if suppose you are taking this is R1 resistor, R1, and you're consequently connecting the second resistor and third resistor like this. Okay, so third resistor and fourth resistor. Okay, like this you are connecting it. One more time I will draw. So this is first resistor and second resistor and third resistor and fourth resistor. Okay, so R1, R2, R3 and R4. Okay, so in the series connection, what we are going to observe individual potential difference. It carries the individual potential difference. So obviously you are going to connect the voltmeter parallel to the R1 resistor. So V1, V2, V3 and V4. Alright. So here individual resistance having a equivalent resistance. So how we are going to calculate the equal resistance throughout the individual resistors, and also we are going to connect the or calculate the potential difference, that is total potential difference between the two terminals of the four resistors. So now we are going to use the mathematical expression. Before we are going to discuss this, when a number of resistors connected in series, then the same current flows. This is very, very important. So when a number of resistors are connected in the series connection, so what will happen? It carries the individual potential for each resistors. But in the case of current which is flowing through the conductor, so flowing through the conductor, it carries a constant current. Okay, so constant current means it will not break down anywhere in the circuit connection. So the current is constant and the potential will vary for individual resistors R1, R2, R3 and R4. Now you can see here, this is the circuit diagram. So what I have told you in the previous slide, R1, R2 and R3 is connected in parallel. Okay, V1, V2 and V3. And these terminal we are connecting with the battery source. Now I'm going to consider first the potential, because potential not only the individual resistors for R1, R2 and R3. So I'm going to consider V is equal to what? V1 plus V2 plus V3. Okay. Applying Ohm's law to the whole circuit, V is equal to IR. Then you will get, that is if you are considering this is the first equation, I'm also going to consider for individual resistor, that is V1 is equal to what? I into R1. V2 is equal to I into R2 and V3 is equal to I into R3. So consider this is second equation, third equation and fourth equation. Right? Substituting 2, 3, 4 in first equation. Okay. Substituting 2, 3, 4 in first equation. So you will get what? V is what? Instead of V, we know very well IR. So IR is equal to V1 is what? Here V1 is what? That is V1 is I into R1. V2 is I into R2. Then V3 is equal to I into R3. Okay, so now you will get both sides, that is a left hand side and right hand side. You can see here the current IR is equal to I, we are going to take as common, and R1 plus R2 plus R3 you will get. So I get cancel on both sides. You will get R is equal to what? R1 plus R2 plus R3. So this R is nothing but the equivalent resistance of individual resistor. Equivalent resistance is nothing but it's a total resistance we are going to calculate. Okay, therefore we conclude the sum of the total resistance and series resistance connection is equal to what? The sum of all the resistance. Now example 12.7. So an electric lamp whose resistance is 20 ohm. So here the electric lamp, how much? The resistance is 20 ohm. Okay. And the lamp, the conductor, the resistance is R. Now we have the battery source 6 volt. Okay, so first question what they are asking, the total resistance of the circuit. So this is a series connection. So I'm going to use RS is equal to R1 plus R2. Okay, so R1 plus R2. So R1 I'm going to consider the conductor and R2 I'm going to consider lamp. So which is equal to what? 4 plus 20. So the answer is 24. So that for A. That is 24 ohm. Next we have the current through the circuit. So in series connection it is constant, so that also we have to find out. We know what is the value for this resistance, both resistance, that is 24 ohm. We are going to use the Ohm's law. So Ohm's law says what? I is equal to V by R. Okay, so the I is equal to V by R. This V is equal to IR, I is equal to V by R, like that. Then which is equal to what? 6 divided by 24 ohm. You will get 0.25 ampere. Okay, that is constant for throughout the connection of the circuit. So 0.25 ampere. And next, C option. So potential difference across the electric lamp and conductor. So individually we're going to find out. So because you know what is potential for the particular conductor, it will vary because it's an individual resistor which is connected in parallel like this. Okay, first I'm going to find out for resistance R is equal to 4 ohm. So according to Ohm's law, we know what is that potential V is equal to IR. So I is constant now, so I'm going to consider I is equal to 0.25. So here 0.25 into R is what? 4 ohm. 0.425 into 4, which is equal to 1. Okay, then next also they are asking the conductor for conductor of lamp. Then V is equal to IR. IR, which is equal to what? I is what? 0.25 into 20 ohm. The answer is 5 volts. They didn't ask the total potential, only they're asking potential across electric lamp and the lamp. If they are asking total volt means across the conductor, we can also add it, that is 5 plus 6, 5 plus 1, which is equal to 6. So these three options, what A, B, C, we have found. Now CBSE sample paper based question. Is the circuit given below correct? Justify your answer. So in circuit connection, you know very well, ammeter always which should be connected in series, and voltmeter always should connected in parallel through the conductor. So here you can see there is a mistake. Voltmeter it's in series connection, and ammeter which is parallel in connection. So this is the mistake in the circuit connection. So we can exchange it, and we have make sure that the ammeter positive always should be battery positive connection. So you have to show in the circuit also ammeter positive which is to the battery positive and ammeter negative to the voltmeter negative. Actually voltmeter negative. Voltmeter positive. Okay, alternately it will come. So like this, if you are exchanging the circuit diagram, it is correct. Given circuit is not correct because the voltmeter should be connected in parallel across the resistor and ammeter in series in a circuit. Next, in a circuit, a current of 3 ampere flows through a resistor of 8 ohm. What is the potential difference at the ends of the resistor? This is also easy. You know very well. Potential is equal to what? I into R. 3 into 8, you will get 24 volt. While experimentally verifying Ohm's law, a student observed that the pointer of the voltmeter coincides with 15th division when the voltmeter has least count of 0.05 volt. What is the observed reading of voltmeter? So now the observed reading of voltmeter, they have given the least count, they have given the divisions. Just multiply it, you will get reading of the voltmeter. Next we have, in a given ammeter, a student see that needle indicates 70 in the divisions in ammeter while performing an experiment to verify Ohm's law. If an ammeter has 10 divisions between 0 and 0.5, then what is the value corresponding to the 17th division? Okay, now listen, ammeter has 10 divisions between 0 to 0.5, that is one division, you know 0 point divided by 10 division is equal to 0.05. Then if you are multiplying 17 division into 0.05, that is the least count, then you will get 0.25, that is the exact value. Now one more example, the values of current I flowing in a given resistor for the corresponding values of potential difference V across the resistor are given below. So I am going to observe I and V through the circuit connection. So these values I have got. Now I am going to calculate or plot. I am going to plot the graph for this given value. Now we have the given values. 0.5 for the first value of current, and the potential difference is 1.6, and here the second value we have current and the potential difference 3.4, and you know it is 2 for current and 6.7 for potential, and here 3 for the current and 10.2 for the potential difference, 4 for current and 13.2 for potential. Now you can see that is this straight line. So this straight line represents the potential difference is directly proportional to current through the slope. Slope is nothing but slope of the graph. Here, if I'm taking this point to this point, okay, this one is I1, okay, I2, right? In this point, I'm going to consider V1 and V2. The 3 is V2. Now R is equal to, the slope says V2 minus V1 divided by I2 minus I1. Or also we can take directly 0.5 and 1.6. That is 1.6 divided by 0.5. This is equal to what? 3.3 volt. Approximately 3.3 volt. Even if you are considering this value or this value, you will get the same constant value only. So we are proving it. The resistance is constant. Important note, when a number of resistors are connected in parallel, then the potential difference across each resistance is equal to the voltage of the battery applied. So how many number of resistors you are using, which you should connect it in parallel, but here the potential, how much you are giving, that is constant for the parallel connection. When a number of resistors are connected in parallel, the sum of the current flowing through all the resistance is equal to the total current flowing through it. So individually it will deviate. So here in this case, the total current we are going to consider through the circuit. When a number of resistance are connected in parallel, then the combined resistance is less than the smallest individual resistance. So combined resistance is maximum when compared to the individual resistance. This happens because the same current gets additional paths to flow, resulting decrease in overall resistance of the circuit. So the resulting will be decreasing in overall resistance of the circuit. And we have an example 12.8. In the circuit diagram given in figure 12.010, suppose the resistors R1, R2, R3 have the values 5 ohm, 10 ohm, 30 ohm respectively, which have been connected to a battery of 12 volt. Calculate the current through resistor, total current in the circuit, and total circuit resistance. So previously 12.57 we have discussed same pattern of the problem only, this question also. So now I will draw the circuit diagram. So this is a first resistor, and this is second resistor, and this is third resistor. They are connected in parallel. Now we are going to connect the battery and key, and this is ammeter, minus plus, and we are going to take in another end. So this is connected to it. So the values they have given are R is equal to what? R1 is equal to 5 ohm. Okay, that is 5 ohm. And R2 is equal to what? R2 is equal to 10 ohm. And R3 is equal to 30 ohm. Okay, so 30 ohm. Now, the first question, current through the each resistor. So you know R is equal to 5 ohm, R2 is equal to 10 ohm, R3 is equal to 30 ohm. Battery source they have given 12 volt. Okay, 12 volt. Right. So this is also the potential difference across the individual of each resistors. Therefore, calculating that individual current. So 12 volt I is equal to V by R. V is 12 volt, and ohm first we are going to consider for I1 current. So you will get 2.44 ampere. Next we have second one, that you will get same 1.2 ampere, and third one 0.4 ampere. Then the total current only they are asking. So total current, if you are adding it for individual current, you will get 4 ampere. And next one, the total resistance. So here it is parallel. So parallel, you have to consider 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 30. If you are taking LCM, you will get 1 by 3 value. And the reciprocal, always you should write like this. That is the total resistance, always we should write in the reciprocal value. Thank you.